Cuba, no human being who values his life would go into the Cuban healthcare system. I'm sorry you're watching, Moore's documentaries. Because talk about lies, it's filled with lies. If you're sick, and I know I'm going to touch on a religious topic for Brits. If you think your national healthcare service does you a favor, if you think you're getting good healthcare in this country, you don't know what good healthcare is. You're blind. You have one of the worst healthcare systems in the world because it's socialized. The National Healthcare Service, and I know this upsets you guys, National Healthcare Service is a disaster. If you look at survivability rates based on diseases, the UK ranks close to last among first world countries on almost every one of those categories. And the United States ranks very high on almost all of those categories. But there's one other element which people don't talk about. The only healthcare system in the world today that's even a little bit free is the United States. As a consequence, all the health innovations that the Cubans use in their hospitals were created where? In Cuba? Latest innovation in healthcare that the Cubans produced? Never. Hasn't happened. All the healthcare innovations that the Cubans used are American. 70% of all innovation in healthcare is done in America. By biotech companies, by device companies, by doctors experimenting. 30%, the rest of the 30% is mostly in Europe, where you have relatively free healthcare. Free in terms of freedom, not in terms of free cost. Cuba's healthcare system is parasitical on the United States. Just like your healthcare system is parasitical in the United States. You have cheap drugs here. Drugs, I mean the pharmaceutical type, right? You have cheap drugs here. Why? Because your government negotiates with drug companies and they drive the price down so that the drug company's barely making a profit off of them. So how does the drug company have enough money to do research and development for new drugs? It charges us, Americans. We basically are subsidizing all research and development for the entire planet in pharmaceuticals. The whole world is free riding, if you know what free riding is, it means you get the benefit without paying the cost, of American consumers when it comes to healthcare. So, you know, you need to go visit these countries and really study them. And don't believe a word Michael Moore says.